What's up, guys? David with Trade School Consulting. So today we're going to drill down on player development, how to coach up your employees. But before we do that, I'm going to ask you to subscribe to our channel. We release a lot of information throughout the week, and we want to make sure that you're notified when new information is released. Also, if you haven't looked into our private Facebook group, Pressure Washing Business School, please do so. There's a lot of great information there, a lot of stuff that we can talk about in private on how to run your business. Let's set some goals. So today we do our weekend reviews. Weekend reviews are essentially looking back to see what we can do better this past pay period and looking back to see what we did good this pay period and how we can replicate those successes. You want to be able to set goals not only professionally but personally for your employees. You want them to know that you don't only care about their effort at work, but you also care that they are getting stuff done in their personal life, that they have goals personally that are being reached. We're gonna actually conduct a small weekend review just as an example with one of my crew leaders, just to allow us to get better insight on how the process works. All right, guys, so we're sitting with my crew leader, Emery. What we're gonna do is just do a weekend review, just basic couple of questions that we're gonna ask to make sure that we can do something better next week in order to improve on our efforts. And as well to see what we can do to help us get better in our craft at pressure washing. So, Emery, how was your week this week, just in general? How were your jobs? What did you feel like?
Everything pretty much ran smooth. I mean, our schedule was the way it needed to be. Didn't really run into any hiccups.
So, what do you think you could get better at this week?
What could I do better? Say, for instance, I'm going to be late. It's 28 degrees outside, and we've got another member of the crew that's waiting outside the shop for me to get here. I should have been aware and let him know that I was going to be running late. That way he wasn't stranded in the cold.
So communication with your team. Awesome. So what do you think there is something that you are specifically strong at with your crew leadership?
The general knowledge and know-how to pull up and perform what we need to perform.
Okay.
Efficiently, every time.
So something that we've been working on with Emery is trying to become a better leader and making sure that not only does he have the knowledge, because he certainly does, but that he can transfer that knowledge to someone else and help them become just as good at the job as he is. Tools or a system or a manual or a learning activity?
Any of that right there is, anytime we had that problem, it's taken care of.
Awesome. And do you feel like on the sales aspect, I want to know specifically, how do you interact with sales? What could they do to make your job easier?
We just get the communication barrier down. That's the main thing.
So just working on communication between you and sales. Okay, awesome. So aligning expectations with your sales to make sure that the customer is happy. What is something that you like that sales does, or something new recently that that you feel has helped you in your job that we're kind of changing around here?
The pictures and notes and descriptions, every small little detail is in there. Like
Okay.
It's known. Like
And that's
I don't
making
have to
it
get
easier?
somewhere. Oh yeah, a lot. Just like, for instance, we had to flush the underground downspouts. Had it not been for him taking pictures of where every downspout came out at, that would have been an extra 20 minutes trying to find the end where these spouts came out at. So
Saved you some time.
A lot of time.
Awesome. So generally at this point, we've gone through a few questions. We actually have a graph that I will show you. And this will be the sheet that we're going over today. This is going to be the 4 different sheets that we have in our Excel folder. This graph is really just rating our crew leaders on how proficient and effective they are throughout the week. So did you show up on time? Did your jobs finish on time? Did your job start on time? Did you use an extreme amount of chemicals that's unlike you in a specific work order, right? Is there equipment that you're breaking very often, or is gas astronomical for your crew but not other crews? So we look at things that we can get better at, things that we can manage, and understand how to track that so we can become not only efficient at our job, but proficient at our jobs. This is done on a bi-weekly period, and then we'll have a month-end review as well, especially for our leadership, to really go through the numbers and see where we ended up for the month, what we can do to get better there, and what we can do as leaders to make the lives and days of our people that are working out in the field easier. So hopefully this insight will help you in trying to coach up your employees, try to give them the proper expectations. Having an employee come in and you're not happy with the way they're performing or the way that they take initiative, if you're not coaching them, if you're not training them, if you haven't given them a standard operating procedure manual, then you haven't set any type of guidance for them in order to know what they're supposed to do and when they're supposed to do it. You can't begin to hold people to an expectation until you've given them the tools to be successful. And that's why the weekend review and the month-end review is so important here. Because our lowest guy on the totem pole, a tech, or the highest guy of the company, the owner, all sits down and we're able to hear your feedback and implement that into your daily work activities to make your jobs easier and to make us more profitable. So it's a win-win all around. I hope this information helps. If you guys have any questions, you can always comment below or email us directly, info@tradeschoolconsulting.com. You also can go to our private Facebook group, Pressure Washing Business School, and leave a post or comment there as well. Thanks, guys, and have a good day.